Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be now my third game of the Out of the Basement tournament, and this time against Lizardmen. So the thing for this game was pretty simple. It's basically like the old table quarter, so that if you had a unit with a banner and a table quarter, and your opponent didn't at the end of the game, you got like 100 or 200 extra victory points. However, the big thing for this game was the fact that I was up against my brother. Interestingly, just before this, we'd gone up to the tournament organizers, asked them, say, hey, can you have us not fight each other, if possible? And they said, sure. But hey, both of us had started with a massacre loss. Second game was a massacre win, so just the way it went, or they forgot, they matched us up. Now, the thing that's going to be really in my favor here is that my brother is borrowing my Lizardmen because his Skaven aren't painted yet, and I designed his list. So I know exactly what to expect, most importantly being his slan that has the feedback in Banehead, which, usually an opponent can get caught with, lose their caster right away, but I know to be very cautious with my magic. And yeah, so anyway, looking at this, what he has is he has a big huge horde of 50 Saurus with spears, then 40 Saurus with spears, and then he has his Temple Guard with slan, 15 skinks, then 10 skirmishing skinks, then his Stegodon, 10 skirmishing skinks, and then some chameleons. You can see that I went and I kind of deployed all the way out so that he had no way to get behind my lines because I'm covering my entire zone. Really, the plan here is, really just to go and beat him up. I really know that my hordes can take on his hordes. I can outfight him. The big key is going to be that his magic, obviously, if his guys are toughness 8, are going to kick my ass. So it's just going to be to really try and control the magic phase, know where I want to do my combats, and if he buffs one unit, I'm just going to attack the other. And hopefully my river trolls can hold up that Stegodon or slowly knock it down, and just going to go from there. And here's just a fast picture of this side, because this is what's going to really matter, is this side. And as you can see, the way that we had to deploy was just like in Blood and Glory, so that we're 15 inches up and we couldn't be within 9 of the sides. You can see he also has 2 salamanders there that I forgot to talk about, so those will be a pain, but the good thing is I'm starting pretty close to him. So his turn 1, and I'm really sorry guys, this is the worst picture of the entire tournament. Really, he kind of shuffles up a little bit. Most of it is just stuff getting to position. His chameleons go and try and do some damage. But the thing is that I made sure that my guys were on the other side of the hill, so he'd be negatives to hit me. And so really the chameleon skinks get nothing done whatsoever. He missed with his Stegodon. His magic didn't really do anything of note, or maybe he gave himself the Throne of Vines, but really didn't get too much done on his turn. And now my turn 1, this was pretty crazy. My Savage Orcs failed their animosity and had to charge or do nothing. And it turned out that his skinks up here, his left unit of skirmishing skinks, were within. If I rolled an 11, I could get it off. So hey, I'd rather get some distance than nothing. I declare the charge, and what do you know? I got the frickin' charge. I rolled the 11. So my guys got all the way up there. Overran a tiny bit, so the Stegodon can't hit my flank, so that's great news. And yeah, now all of a sudden I have this huge thing that is now going to be a threat to his Temple Guard and can swing around. It's a little bit bad actually, and I was a little bit worried because now I don't have my leadership near my Night Goblins and things. But yeah, they're just all gone. Also, I went and charged over the hill with my wolves. Again, thanks to how the hill was, I didn't really take any damage from the chameleon skinks and wiped them out. So there's some points for me, and don't have to worry about them picking on me. And otherwise, I'm just pushing up, and turns out that forest on the far left is a regular forest, so no big deal. His turn 2 went equally bad. He moved his salamanders to my one side, tried flaming across my Squeakherd horde there, and his main intention is he saw the same thing as me, that my big huge block of 100 guys are out of range of my general, so he wanted to panic them. But the first shot went 2 inches, killed a bunch of my guys, and then the next one was just a misfire, and he ate 2 of his guys. So didn't do any damage there. His Stegodon had charged my river trolls, and man, he killed one of my guys, but in my attacks back, I got really lucky and killed the Stegodon straight out. So his right side is just completely crushed. His skinks failed panic, ran off over there. I mean, now they're pretty much out of the game. They are going to rally and they're going to end up killing my wolves, but I mean, now the main thing that's going on is just me now encircling his main units. So then on my turn, basically all I've done is my Squig Herd went and charged up into the spears. It's not really what I wanted because he'd actually beefed them up to have the better toughness, but I needed him out of my way because I need to get rid of those salamanders because they'd start being a real pain. So they charged up. The Black Orcs charged the salamanders and made them run off the board, and then the Squig Herd did like 5 kills and then exploded, and they're just all gone. So it was a huge loss of points, but I mean, now as you can see, I have him in totally encircled. My savages destroyed or beat up. Oh, sorry, I charged his unit of 15. They fled and got away. Now, as you can see, I just have him, covered on all angles. So his turn, he's going into defense mode now. He just really just reforms to try and protect his temple guard, his skinks rally, and he's really just castling up. I should say that for 2 turns in a row or something now, he's going to roll really poorly for the amount of magic dice. And for my part, I'm not even trying during my magic phase. Uh, Basically, he puts on throne is the first thing he always does, and all I do is my magic phase is shut it down, so he's forced to cast again. So again, it's because I know he has those items that I'm not going to be letting him kill my guy with the Banehead and feedback scroll. So in my turn 3, I make my move. Like I said, he had very few power dice, so he didn't get any buffs, and I'm just attacking him across the line. Black Orcs into the left unit, Night Goblins and Savages into the right unit. I actually had gotten the what is it, the Fists of Gork, so my main guy has +3 attacks and +3 strength. One little thing I tried sneaking through. But basically, if I whiff my attacks, he's going to be crushing me. But if things don't go all whiffed and goes to averages, he's pretty much going to be dead this turn. And as you can see from here, it went just as I had hoped. The Saurus on the right were beaten, they were ran down, and I overran into the flank of the Temple Guard. My Black Orcs had beaten the spears, but when they ran away, they got away. But whatever. Now they're out of the fight, and it's all about killing that slam. So his turn 4, basically his guys rally. He's moving in my way with the skinks. I kill a good number of his temple guard, and then he reforms to face me. But there's only so long that they can last. And then on my turn 4, I go and I charge the skinks on the left. They actually get insane courage and hold, but I kill off all the rest of the temple guard. And the Slan, doesn't even matter how far he ran because he auto dies from being a BSB. So we just stop the game now because it's obviously all over. So a massive victory to the Orcs, but again, a lot of mixed feelings going into this. I really didn't like having to try and smash my brother because one, I see him all the time, and two, he was at such a disadvantage because he's using a list that he's not used to. It's an army I know very well. I designed his list, knew exactly what to look out for, knew all the weaknesses, and it really was just kind of a crushing defeat. So, I mean, for my part, this is awesome. I now have 2 massacre wins, the 1 massacre loss, but yeah, my brother was a little bit sore with me.